caught me before I jumped in the ocean. That's cool.
All right, can you tell us a little bit about you and where you were born and raised, where you're from?
I'm from California, but when I was a little kid, I grew up most of the time in Michigan and Tennessee.
I've met a lot of people from Michigan so far.
Michigan's a nice part of the world. My grandfather was the General Motors plant foreman in Michigan, so he had like 5,000 people working for him.
Wow.
And so I studied cooking, I practiced cooking, and my granddad had like a farm for a while also, and my life was great. I'm a hog farmer from Tennessee.
And then what did you end up doing after high school?
I went to college. I took a minimum proficiency exam. That way I could graduate, or I could get out of the boring school classes I was in. I needed to communicate with these other kids that were in these less, I was on the MGM, and it was real structured, and I wanted to get some weed. And people that had the weed were a bunch of dummies that smoked pot, but they wouldn't talk to anybody in the MGM. And all these MGM kids wanting to get stoned. So I used every dirty word that there was in my efficiency program paragraph. Of course, I punctuated it perfectly because I was pretty damn good with English, and so they failed me. I go, this is actually completely correctly punctuated, but it's got all these words that are against the rules. You get to fail. I go, oh, screw you. And so I started with this. I ended up getting to meet some other people that they had weed, and I wanted to get stoned. And then I started making a lot of money off of the rest of the MGM kids that had a desire for it. And it was just marketing. I'm good with money. I make it, I sell it. I made a lot of money. I've spent a lot of money. That's about it.
And then how did you end up here in Maui?
I got hurt when I was visiting one of my girlfriends in Hollywood, and I came down here to get better. I got all better. So now I'm just hanging out on the beach.
Is this where you come like in the mornings?
In the morning. It's right there's the water when I'm in Kihei.
Do you have any siblings growing up?
I've got a little sister, except I heard she was dead. And I can't get in touch with her, so maybe she is and maybe she isn't. There's a lot of people are dying off because of this pandemic thing right now, and so I don't know. I need to contact my family back on the mainland. But I left everybody behind. It's like, I'll just see you later maybe. And maybe I did, maybe I don't anymore.
Do you ever regret that?
Oh yeah. I'm not living the easiest life. It's not the toughest though. I just kicked back. I'm an artist. I made the statue of a whale with my friend Ilan Vital. There's an idiot that painted over my sculpture. And he was claiming to be Ilan Vital, who was my friend and partner. Ilan's in New York. I haven't talked to him in about a year either. And so this idiot painted over the statue of a whale that's at the park. He did a much worse job than I had done. Actually broke it in the process. So, yeah, more cement work.
Is that a project behind you right now?
Oh yeah, this is what I did this week. See, you are good at this.
What did you do that with?
It's just pastels.
Super cool.
It'll be like that. It's not a perfect diamond, it's written just on a rectangle. But that's how it's going to hang. I have lots of jewelry. I buy and sell it and keep an eye on my things. Oh, I've got this here. Yeah, I buy and sell jewelry. I'm a jeweler. I'm a master lapidary, somebody that cuts stone. When I have the equipment that I was trained how to do things with when I was a kid, then I am an absolute master at cutting stone. It's something that I have many years of practice in doing. I've done lapidary work for organizations and people that are doing projects. It's not really exciting, but somewhere along the way, my parents got me hooked up with a guy that was a master lapidary. He goes, wait, that's what I do. I'm a master at it. I'm really good. I go, okay, as far as I know, you're like granddad. He goes, okay, because I was an oil guy. And Clyde Soffet taught me quite a bit about how to cut stone, and then I ended up doing that. And I had that as like an occupation. At the rate I was able to resell the projects, it's like I had to purchase other people's art and start selling that also, because the sales were so extreme. This takes us 20 hours to cut this little rock. So Clyde, he goes, yeah, I know, it takes forever, and then that's it. And I go, whoa.
What do you do during the day?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I hang out at the beach. I'm a good masseur. I travel as much as I can. Because of this stupid epidemic, I'm not traveling around I haven't gone. I go to 4 islands every year, but I'm still on Maui, which does mean that I would be more than happy to hop on an island or on an airplane or a boat, probably, because of the inter-island air travel is so fucked up right now. And the world's gotten much less entertaining. I mean, there's nothing to do. Whenever there's a concert, I would fly over to Oahu, watch the concert, and then from Oahu, I don't like to go back and forth. I go Oahu, Kauai, Big Island, Hawaii. I got poison gas when I was on the Big Island. The geothermal power plant blew up while I was there. And I was walking right by the front gate of the damn geothermal power plant, which was the project that was going on. The geothermal was not the entire reason I went over to the Big Island, but I was like monitoring the protesting, making sure that the protesting was proper. And
so there was a protest that was going on?
Yeah, the protest against the geothermal, the people didn't want them to drill a hole in the volcano. They drilled a hole in the volcano and it blew up. They hit volcanic fumes, and it literally, they had a blowout, and everybody in the whole forest got poison gas. That wasn't cool. Everybody got poisoned. Some people died. A lady had a miscarriage, and then there was a improperly done lawsuit. Oh, I love Maui. I live on Maui. Maui's my favorite spot to be. It's really cool. We got nice beaches, quite a lot of wonderful, happy people. Like yourself, you seem to be happy and a pretty girl, just kicking back, making a story on TV or whatever. You can do anything you want on Maui. It's basically okay. The whole reality here is not bad. It's a bit more expensive than most people can do. I somehow survived. If I wake up, I'm way ahead. When I wake up, I go, oh, gee, I'm going to do whatever it is I'm doing again or more. And I come here, go swimming. I meet the most interesting people. And they're on vacation. And what are we going to do? Basically, we don't do nothing. But they come from places that are much less beautiful than Maui. So it's not too difficult to talk them into staying or coming back.
Do you ever encounter rude people? Like
all the time.
Really?
Yep. There's just some absolute bad people in this world, and some of the people are rude, and a lot of the realities have become so intense for some of the people that when they communicate it to me and anybody else, they just come off wrong. And I try to help them when I can. I figure I'm doing a pretty good world. I'm not doing anything severe. I try to drink a beer or two in the morning. I really have no problems. I don't have quite enough money, but that usually works out. And I go for a swim, hang out in the sun. It's not a bad day. And everybody's all uptight. Now,
Do you have a funny memory or a funny story from any point of your life?
oh my God. I'm a clown. Okay, honestly, my friend Wavy Gravy, he was a clown too. Wavy Gravy's not a funny guy, but he was one of the MCs at Woodstock, evidently, and he has some strange stories. I try to be funny, but I'm not really, because my life has been terribly, horrendously real. But when I can, if it works out funny, I'm open to anything, and that's about it.
Do you think moving to Maui changes you as a person?
Oh yeah, Maui's made it much nicer for me. I really prefer living on this island. I should sit my back on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really think that Maui's a nice place to be. The amount of freedom that you do have on Maui is extreme. I hang out at the Rainbow Attic and I buy stuff and I sell it.
You are a super friendly person. I know every time you walk by and you always have a big smile on your face and you're always
I'm
waving.
always happy. Yeah, and you're just very wonderful too. And that's the reality is like, I am a happy person. I don't know why. A whole lot of unhappy things have happened, but basically when I wake up in the morning, I'm starting all over again. I think about it, I can be an unhappy person or I can start off being happy. And all the unhappy things that happened, most of that was primarily on the mainland. Here, I'm just basically kicking back. Worst comes to worst, I'm on vacation. I may not have enough dollar bills. People give me stuff. Not that I really want to be begging for things all the time. I used to be a professional fundraiser. It's easier to raise money for other organizations than it is to raise money for yourself, as a general rule. Yes and no. Honestly, as a guy, it's less scary than it would be for a woman. I have the feeling that. But just being basically alone, I've made deals with churches, and that just happens to be the building, right? And so I said, well, I'll hang out here at night and clean it up, and that way nobody else will be here at night. And it's like getting somebody to watch your property, and I sweep in the morning and make it all pretty. And they go, yeah, okay. Oh, and I've been doing this for the last 3 or 4 months, and I never met you. And that's how I get those jobs, is I have already got away with doing that. And sometimes I get paid extra, sometimes I don't. I was dumb. I bought a Cadillac Eldorado, big car. I had money, and there was some kind of incorrectly written regulation. I was supposed to be getting a certain amount of money every month, but because I had a certain amount of money in the bank, I was no longer eligible to get money every month. And so it's like, oh, well, you've got to spend all of this money before you can even get more money. I'm thinking, how am I going to survive on this? And I screwed up. I could have just bought silver bars or something, but I didn't. And so I bought the stupid car, and then they took my car away. So I don't have a car. I do have luggage. I am supposed to be on Kauai. I've got a job over there. I land on Kauai. I'm completely, fully employed probably for 2 years, maybe more.
It's just a matter of getting over there?
It's just a matter of getting over there. I used to, as long as I had a couple of dollars when I arrive, I'm eligible for all of the federal and all that financial help. But the work and job that I have on Kauai is potentially repairing broken sculptures. I just live my life. If it's fun, I do it once, keep on doing it over and over again. If you can stay alive, do that, and learn what you can. Get the hell out of boring school situations. I would leave the mainland. I used to live there. It was all over the damn mainland of America, and there's just a lot of bullshit going on there. Every time I read about it, it's more stay away from situations or areas where they're having mass murderers at the school. Don't get involved in that bullshit. Just like, run. I'm a deadhead. Anywhere I can go, just go out and get happy, be happy. You love all the pretty girls. Just enjoy.
All right. Thank you so much, David, for
Thank
sharing
you.
your story.
What's your name again? Hailey?
Huh?
What's your name again?
Haley.
Haley. I was close.
Yeah. David, right?
David.